Hi everyone, our reason for day 18 is so interesting and it is something a majority of teenagers and most grown-up actually face each day. And the reason is this: it leads to wrong marriages. I say it again, it leads to wrong marriages. You see, most young girls or young boys out there who actually find themselves in marriages that they do not want to be part of it is because they got themselves engaged in sex before marriage and now they are being forced to get married to that partner in question. Most especially when the lady is pregnant. Yes, let's just say you had a one night stand with someone that you don't really know that much, and at the end of the day, you found yourself being pregnant for that person. And if you come from a family where they are not financially stable, they will force you to get married to that man. Now you get married to someone that you don't even know, you don't know about his character. How do you expect that kind of a marriage to work? And some ladies, even you are still young, you are still living under the roof of your parents, but you go outside and have sex. Now when you are pregnant, they force you to get married to that person in question. You don't even know what marriage is all about. You don't know. How do you expect that kind of a marriage to work? It definitely will not work because the foundation of that marriage wasn't properly made. You just got pregnant and now you're being forced to get married to a man that you don't know, or to a lady you don't really know. Now you live with that person, there is no understanding, there is no love that actually exists between you. That marriage can never really work. And now you find yourself maybe trying to divorce or trying to get out of that marriage. And at times even the children are the one facing all these consequences. Yes, because when the two partners don't actually have that love existing between the two, the children actually face it because the man may care less about you and that child, even though you live under his roof. But you will suffer and that child will suffer. In that way, that marriage can never really work. There is no good marriage where it comes to a level where you get pregnant before getting married to that person, especially when you're being forced to get married to that person. And let's see the case of grown-ups. You're a grown-up person, you found yourself pregnant for a man out of wedlock, and because you want to hide yourself from shame and disgrace, you are being forced to get married to that person when love doesn't really exist between you two, when you don't really know that person that much to call that person your husband or your wife, all because you got yourself engaged in sex before marriage. To tell you the truth, any marriage that the foundation was not properly laid can never really work. Because for a marriage to be successful, they need understanding between two partners. The foundation of that marriage has to be laid properly. Yes, you need to learn to know the person's character, his ways. You need to love that person. And the contract of that marriage has to be laid properly, where you know the family of that person, he also knows your family. Yes, but when you get yourself engaged into sex and at the end of the day you are pregnant for that person, most families they don't even have that time to go and check who the family of the guy is, how the family of the lady in question is. No, just because they don't want shame on themselves also, they will push you into marriage, and now you find yourself in marriage that you never wanted to, in a wrong marriage. Marriage is not something that we have to play about. Marriage is actually a spiritual bonding for two people. And you getting into that marriage is not something that you get into it and tomorrow you find yourself going out. No. That's why they always say that before you getting at the level of marriage, you need to know that person. You need to know that, okay, will I be able to live with this person or not? But when you find yourself having sex before marriage, and at the end of the day you're pregnant and you're being forced to get married to that person, truth be told, it won't work. And if we want to rate it on 100, just 2% of those marriages actually work. 98% doesn't work at all. It doesn't work at all. So the best way for you is to just stay calm. Do not engage yourself into sex before marriage. Be patient so that when you are getting married, you will lay the foundation good, and God Himself will cover your marital home because the foundations were laid properly. The foundations were laid in the rightful way, not because you got pregnant and now you're in your marital home. So my brothers and sisters, for you to enjoy your marriage, Do not engage yourself into sex before marriage. Because little I know about marriage, I know that marriage is meant to be enjoyed, not to endure. Yes, marriage is meant to be enjoyed, not to endure. So do not engage yourself in sex, and at the end of the day, for you enjoy your marriage, you're enduring it just because of sex. My brothers and sisters, be patient. Be patient. Doesn't run. Be patient. Wait for the right time to come, and then you will be happy in your marriage. You'll be happy with the man God choose for you. You will be happy and you will enjoy your marital home. So in order for us not to find ourselves in wrong marriages, do not engage yourself into sex. It will not help you. And most of those wrong marriages actually plays a lot in the lives of the children involved in that marriage. Yes, it plays a lot. That child will even grow up hating marriage. That child will grow up saying that no, because of what she saw from her parents, she doesn't want to experience that. All this because of sex before marriage. So we really need to avoid it. We need to. And that takes us to the end of today. And our note for today is, in order for you not to find yourself in a wrong marriage, avoid premarital sex. Thank you so much and stay tuned for day 19. Bye bye.